Hello, here is an exciting game played on IGS against 3Q+, so half a point call me because it's one handicap. Black won very comfortable by 29.5, and actually it could have been a bigger win if black kills the top right corner and also the right side. There were opportunities for black here. We will check in a moment. Now let's go back to the beginning. So parallel Fuseki, then modern style invasion. Here white decided to play Hane in the head of 2 stones and Nobi, but actually after 1 Hane it's good to continue with a double Hane and simply grab the corner. This is a pretty simple variation both for black and white and mostly forced. So white simply goes for the wall, but it's not such a great idea because now black splits the left side. And about this c9 split, it's more interesting for black to use d10 or c10 to be right in the middle. Now the problem with c9 is that normally white can attack coming from the wall at c11, but before he takes the extension, white can go down b16, which is usually a sente descent, threatening to kill the corner with b18 next, so black will usually block like this to stay alive, then extend c11. So the distance from the wall is still okay. Besides, black needs to make a base, so black has to play a 2-space extension, and this is a bit narrow. So overall, black will end up a little bit over concentrated on the left side with c9. But playing c10 right in the middle or d10, it's much easier to neutralize that wall. So if white approaches from c8, you just make a 2-space jump extension towards the wall. Then the next move is to peep at e15 and make this wall even more meaningless or heavy. So this would be fine for black. And on the other hand, when black attacks coming from the wall, you will play towards the corner or attach first and then go up, and this way white will be over concentrated because the extensions are too close to his own thickness, so white doesn't feel so good about his position. But if you play c9, this gives white c11, so the distance is quite nice from the wall. Therefore you gotta be very careful which middle side extension or split you choose here. I think AlphaGo prefer to play the high one because it's easier to run into the middle, but it's also okay to play the low one. So when white approaches from c7, you can either go Keima or a 2-space jump, but anyway the point is you want to play this peep quite early in the future, but that will happen anyway. So white attack from the corner instead of coming from the side. Then black makes a very comfortable base. Ooh, white immediately tries to take away the base, but this is too much. It's clearly an overplay. So white can still go down in the top left corner and then play away. There's not much to do there. I mean, the wall will survive anyway. So with this move, white just gets himself into troubles, and it's too low and too early in Fuseki to play on the second line. Now here black can consider this kind of block because white will obviously go Kosumitsuke and connect underneath, but you will go Atari, push one time, and then just make a hanging connection. So the shape is much stronger for black this way. It's actually also possible to push one more and then the tiger mount. But the idea is that you want to bait white into cutting here and just give up the 2 stones. He's over concentrated anyway. The shape is good for black, and then you grab another big point. So the original game, black covers, which is also fine. Now there are also several options. I mean, this is similar to the variation before. Black can still play here, white will push to create some cutting points, then crawl, and we're back to the same combination. But black can also play the bump, because this bump, it's affecting c7. So if white goes up here, black can block this way, and now the 2 stones are trapped. And if white comes out with a push, you can push several times. This is a very low position for white, painful, and then Hane d7. So you separate white and also impact the stones on the left side, and then again play a big point. So that shows more fighting spirit. c8 has the meaning to separate like b9, but in the same time also impact c7 more. So cover, white connects underneath, then the peep, well, maybe the pip it's a bit early. Actually here black can push, Hane, Atari once, Atari again or just extend one more. White protects the corner, there's Zaji here with d3. So black has a very nice position. This pip can be played right now and then just play a big point. Either secure a corner with a Shimari like this or a middle side extension. So overall it's nice because white is pretty low on the left side, the wall seems meaningless, and black develops all over the board. So that would be a way to reinforce the wall. Now instead of Nobi, it's more interesting to play a one space jump. It's a better connection to e15. White might play this one, but now when the cut comes, white has to find a way to connect underneath. And that's really painful. So many moves on the second line, black stones are connected on the outside and the 4 stones in the top are separated. This way, white can still use d14 at some point, which will happen. So Hane in the corner, block, that's very good. Now cut. I'm not so sure about the cut right away. In fact, black should play here and Hane. Don't worry about the cut yet. Jump in the middle. But yeah, actually it's possible because white has to go back and protect. It's just that it's quite annoying when white plays d14. Yeah, this jump is good. Hane in the corner. When black defends the corner, the solid move at c18 is better. But the problem is, white will turn in center at h18. So now you either play d19 or you play g19 to leave. So it's more interesting to push instead at h18. If white no b, then connect the corner. If white captures the stone in the corner, you give up that stone and Hane on the outside and go for the chase or try to catch those 4 stones instead. Because losing the 1 stone in the corner is not such a big deal. It's more interesting to come out in the top. So the thing is, with the push here, you actually don't want to allow white turn in center. But it's better to play the solid move instead of the hanging connection, because now the group can still die. It's a ko in the corner. So even if you play here, white can play Atari b19. Normally you take the ko, he will play some ko threat, then he takes back, then he goes Atari, you must take, and if you connect, that's a problem, because he will play here, and it's only one eye. Anyway, white doesn't have to start the ko right now, but it's there. And if you play this move, he still has the ko in the corner anytime to kill the group. If you play this one, he can throw in and then start the ko. So black is not alive with that move, which means playing solid, it can live unconditionally, but playing the hanging connection, it leaves the ko. So that's the first Tsumego issue black had in that corner. But it's good to remember to push here first. So white connects under. Actually, he doesn't need to do that. He should come out between the groups. If black pushes here, white can go down, push again, and now block. And white is connected. Then white can start the ko anytime, but he needs ko threat, so better wait a little bit. Fighting spirit. Take away the extension. This is good. Jump into the middle. Now here, black can think about this schema to cut white schema in order to play Atari from the outside, push once. Well, if white captures right away, black will just Nobi. So white shape, it's a bit painful. This is also quite nice for black because it's a false eye, and then jump in the middle. So there's a better way to connect the top stones with the wall if you jump like this, but get a little stronger. So preparation first. Cut Keima at the waist, or at least try to cut it. I mean, that's more like a sacrifice. Give up a stone in order to reinforce the outside stones. Black just jumps. White splits, that's a good move. Black jumps along. Now black got a very strong position. White was supposed to jump out between the groups. It's more interesting because now the wall on the left side, it's actually very thin, and also those 4 stones in the middle are floating. So this would be good for white. But white simply went for 2 stones capture. Now this move, it's a little bit strange. If you want to connect the stones, you should just play Hane. And that's it. Cover and keep them connected. because with this move you give white choices. White can connect, which happen in the game, and then you cover, but white can also go out, and in this case you must cut. He goes Atari from behind, you gotta take the stone or go down and then capture it, and now white simply pushes through and captures the keystones. You can't go out because it's Atari. So white should actually punish black with a push here. Therefore, black should Hane instead. So white connected, black connects. Nobi. This would be a capture Atari. White Atari from behind, you connect or you take, either way it's fine. White takes these two stones and then you come out with the wall. Actually, white already escaped by killing the E15 stone, so it's not a problem to give up 2 more stones. There is no way for black to save the E16 stone, so... But okay, this shows more fighting spirit. That's a good formation. Actually, for white is not interesting to run out. You should look all over the board and split the right side. Attack the corner or go into the middle. This just gives white a headache because white creates a heavy group and that group eventually died. This is a nice shape. In fact, black can push one more time and then make the shape. The group is very heavy. But yeah, nice defense. White turns, jump, that's good. And defend. Actually, this move is not necessary because black has a lot of eye shape there. So it's more interesting to play a Keima here or a push and try to surround this white group. If white pushes like this and cuts, it's no problem. Because this group for black, it's already safe. So let's say something like this happens. Black can even connect to the left side. But it's more interesting to try to surround this group. Because the stones in the middle are already okay. So the connection here was a little bit slack. Now white can defend and it's all good. White wants to kill those stones on the left side. These are not so big actually, because white already crawled on the second line, and if he comes up with stones on above, in the end it's going to be a small capture. The group on the right side, it's urgent to defend. So cut, this is all forced. Black could play one Atari here and then simply push through, but that happens later. Yeah, this is a pretty nice idea. Attack those guys in the middle and try to build something in the top right area. So Hane, double Hane, that's good. Push along and then hit the vital point. But actually this is a bit tricky because the stones in the top are in danger. So normally black should protect here. Then if white comes down, go down also. Then just Hane, double Hane or Atari and Atari. And connect. Like this, black will build the top and the right side. This is dangerous because white can just leave it and go into the top. Oh, he pushed like that. This fight starts to look good for black actually. But yeah, now it's tough because the 4 stones can die in the top. Well, white kind of messed up here. This is all forced. Wait a second. If you go down, Atari, Atari. Yeah, if white goes down, this will be a co-fight because black will just block here. But this is the kind of co that white will just shut his eyes and remove everything. Anyway, it can still be a co-fight. But white shouldn't play Atari. White can start with the wedge. This is a very tricky move because it creates a double Atari threat. So if black blocks here, there is no more ko, just double Atari. So when black captures one ko, white takes the other stone and white escapes. So black has to go down. But now there are lots of cutting points. So for example, white can play here, black needs to connect or descend, and then white can try to surround these guys. And the threat in the top, I mean this cut and the other cut to start a ko are still available options for white. So white went for the ko directly and black just eliminates. This is a very good decision because the top left corner could die anyway pretty much anytime when white starts the ko at b19. So white invested 2 stones where he could kill later, and now he lost half board. I mean all this group on the right side. Well, a quarter of the board, still impressive. So this should be good for black right now. Yeah, it's all dead. So this stage already white can just resign the game. There is no chance to come back. But ooh, you better play Atari here, because if white comes out, Atari again. If he comes out, Atari again. And if he goes Atari here, connect. If he goes Atari here, connect. The ladders are broken both sides, so nothing to worry about. This is a much cleaner kill on the right side. Now I can still hope something. Yeah, very good decision for black to play the Hane. If black plays other moves, the ladder starts to work on the right side. Oh, actually it still doesn't. So if black plays here, this ladder is still broken by the cornerstone. Yeah, black is fine. Yeah, so actually no Hane. Just take the stone. You take the stone, white goes down, then you protect against the ladder, and white will try to leave in the corner. So like this, Atari, capture one stone. This is fine. And then actually, black can play this move to prevent the ladder. Because Atari here, Atari this, and now nothing to worry about. But anyway, this is proper. Obviously, black was aware of the cut and the ladder. So now the group on the right side, it's alive for white. But later on, it will die. Or it could have. Yeah, white is going for a big lower left corner. So here when black connects, actually it's better to connect by playing this move, because there's a follow-up. Later on, black can play Atari here. If white connects, capture everything. If white just plays here, you take one stone, but at least you save the other two. So this one is just connect, but this one, it's a connection with follow-up because of the cut here and push everywhere. So it's good to consider that in the future. Now white is trying to increase this lower left area. This is big, but anyway, the corner, it's safe for now. Black has this move anytime, or Shimari. So how about we enter the left side? Push here once, then push like this, then turn, then submarine approach, and extend. It's much more difficult for white to surround these stones and kill them, as it happened in the game. So well, black feels good about the position, therefore just conservative style. Block the corner is good, Hane is fine, double Hane also okay. And here, white missed something. This is a strange approach. White should play Atari, then Hane in the corner and connect. This is all Sente, black needs to capture this stone, otherwise white will drop down and kill the corner. So this is a way for white to keep everything safe on the right side. Playing this move, it's trying to cut and to erase black's thickness, but yeah, black strikes back. So if white plays Atari here, black has a double Atari. Then white needs to block, black will capture these guys. And white might still need Hane and connect to stay safe. So in the end, it will make M4 a complete neutral point. But white will be alive. Now it's very dangerous. So white played all these moves, lost the corner, then blocks here in Gote, and black plays away. So here black can kill the right side. Just play one Atari, which erases the eye in Sente, and then go on the second line. Even if white captures these two stones, it's only one eye. And let's see here, Hane, Atari, Atari block. Yeah, actually, if no, yeah, white, sorry, black needs to play another move, because on this one you got a block, and on this one you got a Hane. If he takes two stones, it's just one eye. You can play away, and when he pushes here, you don't block, you pull back, and on this move you block, and this one you just false the eye. So there is only one eye, and this group could be killed later on as well. There were so many opportunities. So black comes in, but white is very strong in this area, so it's difficult to leave in the corner. In fact, even if you play just Keima, white will push, then clamp, Atari, Hane in the corner, so it's not so easy. But at least you can use the Agi and save those guys, because white will want to keep the left side. So black turns, white goes for the kill. Obviously white is not going to play here and allow all these moves in center so you can leave in the corner. Yeah, he needs to go all in. Maybe more interesting just to play Kosumi. If white plays here, you capture 4 stones, and if white tries to resist, you push. Then on this move, you block. On this move, you play Atari. If he cuts from behind, you go Atari here. If he plays this one, you capture. So all of a sudden, there are some eye shapes, because when he plays here, you connect, he needs to destroy this one, and then you just play in the corner. Yeah, there is no way to remove all the eyes. So it's alive. Therefore, the agi was Kosumi and just take these guys, and after that there's a cut here, but in order to use it you better start with some preparation. So it's much easier to use the death stones that way. Now you should just play here. If he blocks, you connect. If he connects, you connect the corner. Much simpler. This way he can steal Atari, and if you connect, Atari again. So black could reduce more on the left side. Now what happens on the bottom, it's quite interesting. How white dies here. Tac. Yeah, normally white needs to play this way and allow the connection underneath. But white is losing on points, so he will try anything to come back. Okay, even self Atari, that was strange. Here black should turn already. It doesn't matter if white captures this stone, it's just a false eye. Now I can play Atari. If black captures one stone, Atari, give up and go down. And if black connects here, white pushes along. This Atari is not going to help. Not too many liberties. Atari from behind, Atari again, Atari one more time, but all those black stones are trapped inside. So I shouldn't lose this bottom group, but he managed somehow. Okay, this is nice. Actually here, black should connect solid. More liberties, I mean easier to fight the semi like that. You don't allow K1 in center. So let's see, what can white try? White can play here. You go Atari, connect, Hane. He doesn't have too many liberties. And if he tries this one, you play the clamp. If he plays here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect, takes a liberty. Defend, take a liberty. Go down, take a liberty. And Atari. Similar to the game. So Atari connect. Oh. So if white plays here and black captures one stone, this is alive. Huh. But, well, white wanted to kill everything. And instead he died. This is good. Take away those liberties. And win the semi by just one liberty. Perfect. Now the top right corner. So here you can block and kill, but actually you can also play S16, or you can just capture Q18. The formation is so strong for black that black can kill probably even without playing anything. Yeah, by the way, let's play Atari here. White connects and then go S11. So if white plays Q18, you play S16. If he blocks, you just Hane, and this creates the L group. So it's dead unconditionally. Yeah, sometimes it's a challenge to think about ways to kill without playing anything locally. But if you play a move locally, should be a move that kills on the spot. So in this case, S16. If white pushes, you pull back. If white covers, you don't have to do anything. Again, it will be the L formation. But just to make sure, you can take this stone. And if he blocks, it's only one eye in the corner. If he pulls back here, and you're not confident to kill without playing anything, you jump S18 and there are no eyes in the corner at all. So going back to S16 works fine. Taking Q18 is nice, because if white plays here, you play S16. If he plays here, you pull back. If he covers, it's only one eye. So this works too. White Hane, then block. So far so good. White plays a vital point, and now black goes Atari. But actually, black has to play Q18. The Atari is not necessary in this case to set up a ko, because if white goes down here, you just push again in the corner. And if white blocks at r18, this time you play the vital pawn, which is t17. And now when white goes down, Hane in the corner and push. So no need to fight the ko. And actually it works to play Atari, and on this block with ko, you don't capture the stone, you just connect. Because that ko doesn't matter, I mean, it's not going to be an eye. So there were ways to kill this corner unconditionally. So now it's a ko fight. Okay, capture these guys. So here, let's say black captures this stone. White takes the corner like that, and now you push in the top. Because if he plays this one, you just connect. There is no ko. And if he captures the stone, you push here to force the eye. If he goes Atari, you connect. If he goes Nobi, you just go down on the second line, so you don't let him connect. And if he plays here, you block. If he captures two stones, you connect. But we forgot to play the Atari on two stones to kill the group on the right. Anyway, again, the top right corner dies unconditionally. So now ko threat, take back the ko. Yeah, and the ko goes on. So as a ko threat, black should play Atari here. Because if white captures again, at least you kill the right side. Now you block. He needs to pull back to stay alive. This Atari is gonna be sente. So he lived in the corner, but he lost the right side in the process. And it's a much bigger win. So connect, defend, take back the ko. Okay. You need to defend here. Oh no. Why? Let's just capture the corner. Well, there will be a semi in the middle, that's true. So white will play Atari, Atari again, then push here. Then maybe take a liberty or like this. But white is very short in the middle, so black can do this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, more than 10. So still kill the group on the right. Atari, and then this move. This move is nice because if you think that white can make an eye, at some point black will turn here. But if white captures the two stones, it's just one eye and that's it. It's gonna be dead in Gote. So you better play Kosumi here, threatening the connection underneath. Then Atari, and eventually take those dead stones. Well, you play 4 moves inside, but you kill the top right corner and the right side. So compared to the game, this will be a 70 points win. So this connection wasn't so necessary. Now it's bad style just to turn. Once again, Atari here. And then, well, you can turn and on this move go down. But why play 2 moves instead of 1? You can play S11, he plays here, and then you don't need R11. So the group is dead anyway. And go and take back the call. So Atari, fine. No more. Now it's still, I think it's the last time when black can kill the group. Atari here, white capture 2 stones, then go down. If white plays here, you play here. If white plays here, you play here. So in the end, there will be only one eye. And well, the ko in the top right is still there. So Atari this way, white captures, and now he can make eyes between, with Miai, either P7 or capture S11. So that's a pity to lose that group while fighting the ko. So another interesting ko threat here, it's Kosumi like this. If white fills the ko, you connect underneath. Better to save the 4 stones in the top than capture 2 stones in the middle. So actually, oh yeah, there was a ko threat here too, on the left side. Just Atari like this. He'll answer for sure. Well, white has to answer no matter what. But it didn't really matter. I mean, even with all these wasted opportunities, black is still way ahead. Oh, here black can play this move. Atari is not so good because you put yourself in Atari, but if you play this move and white cuts, then you have Atari from the outside. And when he connects, you take everything. It's a Dame Tsumari. When he plays here, you capture the 2 stones. Just small endgame. That's fine. This was fine too. You can play here first. Because if white captures 1 stone, you go S19 and now it's a ko again. Because S19 is threatening a snapback. So when white connects here, you just play t19 and it's dead. So it's good timing to play this move first, destroy a point, and then connecting gote. In a half-point game, it would matter. All right. So that was it. Black wins big. Well, some mistakes on the left side, top left and the middle, and the two opportunities to kill top right corner and right side. Next time, you gotta punish them even more. Anyway, good win against the 3Q+, so keep it up.